Is brown rice poisonous? I have been trying to make the transition lately from eating white rice to brown rice. I'm watching a lot of YouTube videos, people saying that brown rice is so much better for you and white rice has no nutritional value. So I decided to do a little bit of research, and I've been really shocked by some of the things that I've found. Mainly the thing that's really shocked me is that I've found lots and lots of articles saying that brown rice contains 80% more inorganic arsenic than white rice. That's quite a shocking figure, 80% more. Of course, arsenic is a deadly toxin and a deadly poison. It can build up in your blood and do terrible damage to your body. So to find that brown rice contains 80% more inorganic arsenic, and inorganic means that you tend to absorb it more. That's really shocking. Now, obviously, the first thing that I need to say is these are studies that I've read on the internet. There aren't great details about who did the study and how it was carried out and all that, so the first thing you have to understand is when you see a big headline like brown rice has got 80% more arsenic in it, you need to ask where the studies are coming from, who's paid for them, and things like this. The second thing is that when you go beyond the scary headline in the first couple of paragraphs and you actually bore down a little deeper into the articles, you realise that it's not the rice itself that is producing or contains the arsenic. Basically, it's the soil in which the rice is planted that contains the arsenic and the pollutants. Obviously, as you know, the mineral content, the vitamin content, everything that is contained within plants that you eat depends on the quality of the soil that you plant them in. And it seems to me most of the studies mention that rice planted in California, for instance, has a lot less arsenic than rice planted in other parts of the United States. That immediately lets you know that it's not the rice itself that's got the arsenic in, it's the soil. The worrying thing is that the studies seem to be using a very small pool from which to draw their results. It's all American rice and American soil. I buy my brown rice and it originates from Thailand, and I can't find any kind of statistics on levels of arsenic in the soil in Thailand which your rice is planted. So you have to be careful with these studies. The big headline is there to grab attention and scare people. When you bore down, it's not the rice itself, it's the soil, which is a perfectly understandable thing. If you plant an apple tree in soil that's bad and an apple tree in soil that's good, the apples from the apple tree in the bad soil are going to be worse than the apples from the apple tree in the good soil. That's just how it works. It depends on where you're planting your food. Yeah, I haven't been able to find any statistics on rice sort of planted in Asian soils, so I'm going to have to keep looking for that. The articles also suggest that you shouldn't eat brown rice more than sort of once or twice a week. Again, using the soil samples, I think, from this very small pool of samples that they've taken. So that's quite worrying, because a lot of us on the high carb, low fat lifestyle, we eat a lot of rice. I mean, I know people that eat rice every day. So a study saying that brown rice has got 80% more inorganic arsenic and that you should only eat it once or twice a week is quite worrying. On the surface of it, it's worrying. It may not prove to be anything. I need to do more reading about that, but obviously if brown rice has got a lot of arsenic in it, that's not a good thing. The other thing that I've been quite stunned by is I've actually started comparing brown rice and white rice together in terms of nutritional values. I've been really shocked by the fact that my studies so far show that brown rice isn't actually that much more nutritionally beneficial than white rice. I've always thought that brown rice is so much better for you, but when you look at the two together, you compare the carbs, the starches, the vitamins, the minerals, the fibre, the fat, all these things. Brown rice isn't really that much better for you than white. The only thing where brown really does stand out as being better is fibre. There's a lot more fibre in brown rice. Of course there is, because the brown rice has still got the husk, and that's where the fibre is found. So that's been quite a shock to me, to find that brown rice isn't actually that much better for you than white in terms of nutritional values. I know there are a lot of people who will not touch white rice because they say it has no nutritional value whatsoever. Well, you know, if you put the two together and actually look at the nutritional values of both, brown isn't actually a great deal. In terms of fibre, brown rice is wonderful. It's going to be wonderful for your digestive system. I eat a lot of rice, and obviously if I'm going to be consuming brown rice 3, 4, 5 times a week, I'm going to be, if there's a lot more arsenic, I'm going to be building up the levels of arsenic in my blood. So I would like you watching this video to leave your comments. What do you think about this? Have you done your own research into the arsenic levels in brown rice? Are you concerned? Are you worried?